Okay, so today we're going to talk about how to design and create your new quarter 2 for 2021 magazine. So I'm going to share my screen now and we'll go right into command. So if you click on this little red box here with the KW, the names of each applet will pop up. Today we're going to go into designs. It looks like a little paintbrush with paper. And on the bottom right, we're going to click this plus button to start something new. And the magazine is considered a print item. Even though you can download it to PDF and you can email it out as well, it's still considered under print. I'm going to say next. And it's a little tricky to find it once you get into the WeBrand site. It's actually listed under lead generation. Right at the bottom, you'll see personally branded, and it's the personally branded zine, which is short for magazine. Okay, so we're going to click on that. And this one here is the Q1 magazine. If you hover over, you could see Q1. We're going to do Q2. So every quarter, they're going to come out with a new one that you guys can kind of customize and send out to your sphere. I'm going to click the red use button here with the little edit pencil to get started. And what's a little confusing with the multi-page documents is they're not automatically in your document here. So if you look, it only says pages 1 of 1. For some reason, it starts out with a blank one. I'm not really sure why. What you have to do is add each page separately. So here's the cover page. I'm going to add this one. And you kind of have to just go down and add each one separately. You can delete them later if you decide it's not a page that you want, but it's just easier to view when they're bigger. So this one, I believe, has 19 pages. So you may not want to print out 19 pages. You may decide that some of them you don't even want to use, and that's fine. You can take out what you don't want. I'm just going to put them all in just so we can review each one.
You're saving me time right now because I would go back in and start the file again and do another
Yeah,
page.
it's good. So it's like you would think they would all be there automatically, but they're not. So I learned the hard way.
I've used the listing presentation one.
Yeah, so it's very right, exactly the same thing. So if you did that, you can certainly do this. But we'll just go through it together. And maybe you know everything already, which would be great, right?
No.
You never know. All right, last one.
Fortunately,
Okay, so
I used to be a graphic artist, so it does come easier to me.
Oh, were you? That's great. That's really good to have. I only have 18. I might have missed one. All right, we'll figure it out as we go along. If you click down here, pages, you actually can see all the pages that are here. For some reason, it always gives you this blank first page. I'm just going to delete it by clicking on the down arrow and the little garbage can. So I'm just going to delete that first page. Okay. And if you want to see them all, you can click over here where it says show all pages. You also, just so you know, can grab them and move them around. So if you want to move the order of some things around with the magazine, just be careful because it may not make sense if you move them, but that's fine. You can move the pages wherever you'd like. You also can click on here. You can duplicate them or delete them as well. Okay, just so you guys know that. So I'm going to close this up so we can get started working. I'm going to go to page 1.
I'm sorry, where did you go to duplicate it? The
Oh, sure. So if you click on the little drop down next to each page,
okay,
in the middle, it's like 2 pieces of paper. It
right.
just means you're going to make another copy of it.
Okay.
Okay. All right. So we're going to start. Let me just shrink this. We're going to start with the first page. I'm just going to make this a little bigger so we can see. So up here at the top right is the logo. And I will show you guys where, the first thing you should do really is give it a name, because what's going to happen is you're going to have, everything's going to be called Untitled, and you're never going to know what this one is as you get rolling. So I'm going to call this one Q2 2021 magazine. This way I know if I need to go back and change something, I'll know what it is. All right. I'm just going to show you here. If I click done, what I suggest doing is going into your If you go into WeBrand, there's a section for brand assets. And in here, you can upload all of your logos. So for your market center, I would suggest uploading several logos depending on the color. You know,
Right.
so I have transparent one here with the red and the gray. I have the red with the white lettering. I know you can't see, but this is all white, just
Mhm.
depending on where you put it. If you have any team logos, you could put them in here as well. Also under images, I suggest you put in your headshots. It'll just make it easier as you go through to design them. Okay, so I'm going to go back to my designs. And you can see the one that I just did right here. It's the Q2 magazine. I'm going to click back into it so we can get started customizing it. I'm going to go to edit. All right, so this will take a little while, you know, but you're only getting this every quarter, so it's not really too bad. I'm just going to make it bigger on the bottom right here so I can zoom in. I'm going to click on the logo. And then on the right here, I'm going to click on my logos. Hello, logos, where are you? I think it's just slow right now. Let's see. Okay, I'm going to click on logos. Here we go. So I'm going to replace this logo here. It just says DBA name. Well, this is weird. My logo should be showing up.
As soon as you clicked on the DBA, they went away.
Yeah, I know. All right, I am just going to, I don't know why. I'm just going to delete this one and add the other one. So I'm just going to go over here and delete. And I'm just going to add in the office logo right here. So it's right here. It's kind of big. I'm just going to size it. Okay. And over here, it says agent first name, last name, and office name. If you click on that, and then you come to the top, it says typewriter. All you have to do is just, you know, type in your office name. So I'm going to type in Keller Williams, Hudson Valley Realty. Obviously, type in whichever office you're with. And I'm going to change the agent name. I'm just going to make this for Rosemary. Actually, I'm going to make it from our team, the Pilates team. And you can just put your name in there and save changes. Then let's see what else we can customize on here. So it says right here, volume 2, spring 2021, which is fine. And it also gives you the name of what the articles will be about. So if you're going to take one out, you should take this out too. What's nice is that you can swap out the picture. Like this is actually a nice picture for spring, but for some reason you didn't want to use this one. We could go to images and then company. And they give you a whole bunch of different pictures that are free for you to use. So let me just find one in here. So I'm going to pick lifestyle at home, let's say. I don't know, for some reason you wanted to, here's the one that they're using right now. Let's say I wanted to use this one. I could just swap it out and it sizes it for you and it puts it right in. So you can kind of make it your own so yours doesn't look like everybody else's. I kind of like this one. I think I'm going to keep this. Okay. So now we're going to go to the next page. So down here, there's a little arrow for next page. And we'll make it bigger again. And we got to swap out the logo. Let me see if it works this time. Yeah, for some reason, this time it's okay. All you have to do is this replace logo button, and it'll just replace the logo right in the right spot. So that was easy. All right. This says a note from, so I'm going to customize that. And you can just put in your name. But since we're in a team, I'm just going to put in the Pilates team. Actually, they're all capitals in the capitals. Save the changes. You can change the picture. You can, if you have, you know, if it's from you, you could put your own picture in. Because we're a team, I'm just going to put in our logo. So let me find my logo. Let's see, that doesn't look good. By the way, the undo button's up here. So if you ever do something that you don't like, you just click it and it will replace for you. It'll undo what you just did. So I'm going to go to images.
Eileen, does this automatically save as you keep working?
Yes, it does. And I'll show you how you know. Yeah, this is too big. I'm going to have to stretch this. I'll show you how you know. Over here under file, you either could click save, but it also already has checked off use auto save.
Okay.
Okay, so it's auto saving for you. But like I said, I do recommend that you give it a name right away. This way you can find it later. I'm not sure what this awesome living is, but I'll take that out. I think that might be a team thing. So I'm going to take that out. So either you could just hit your delete button or the garbage can in the top right-hand corner. You could change the team members' names. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. Obviously, if it's just you, I would put in like Catherine Van Matter, licensed, whatever your title is, real estate, licensed real estate salesperson or licensed real estate sales associate. Associate
broker. Yep.
Yeah, I would do that. So I'm just going to change these here. Just so you get the idea. So it's very easy and it looks really nice when you're done. Just change one more and then we'll. So I'm actually going to use this as I'm doing it with you guys. So you're going to save the changes at the bottom. Okay, so now it looks like this. So it looks like it might be a little off center now. So I'm just going to drag it across because I added a few people. Just going to drag it across there. Okay. And this here says, you know, make sure you read what everything says because you never want to send something out that doesn't hold true to you and what you plan on doing for your people. So this says, dear current and future clients, spring has sprung, blah, blah, blah. You know, so just read it and just see if it makes sense for you. Down here, you're going to have to change your name and your phone number and your email address and your URL. So just make sure that you go ahead and do that. So to do that, it's asking me to, again, click on the typewriter and it's all right in here. So it's very easy to change. Email address, I'm going to put the URL. So I'm just going to delete this extra stuff that I don't need and hit save. And that's it. Now it's, you know, this page 2 is done. All right, next we're going to go to the next page down here, 3. And we're not going to go through every page. So this page is the quarter in review. So you can change this for where you live. I know that in the MLS, you know, Catherine, I'm not sure about your MLSs. I'm assuming they have something similar to this. In HGAR, we have, I'll show you guys. You can get statistics for either a city or your county. But I'm sure you can get the statistics from Deb from your market center.
Most of them have it. I belong to 4 MLSs, including this one.
Right. So I know it gets more complicated for you guys because you have 4 MLSs, but you can pick an area.
Right.
So for instance, for us in HGAR, it would be under market reports and info sparks. So if you have info sparks, you actually can put in here the area that you want to search. So either it could be the whole MLS, or I could just put, let's say, Rockland County, and it'll give me the statistics for Rockland County. Okay. So you have to look, it'll tell you how many new listings, and then you can either choose. So it tells me for April, how many new listings there was, you know, so it gives you all this information. So you can come back to here and you can change this. So I can make this, let's say, Rockland County market snapshot. And you can put in here for Rockland, you know, how many homes have been sold in the first quarter, the average sales price, average days on market. And then you also, if you want, you can put in Keller Williams snapshot for your area. Again, you could see how many, your team leader should have this information as well, or possibly your MCA. You can also change this and make this for Keller Williams, how many homes were sold, average sale price, and average days on market. So you just do it the same way. You know, you would just come in here, change the wording. And
Did
this
you
way they,
see, did you see the Q2 earnings today that came out for Keller?
I did not. It was good, I'm assuming, huh?
Oh my gosh, yeah.
You mean Q1? Yeah, I didn't see it.
Yep, Q1, yeah, sorry.
Yeah, I know we really did well with the pandemic and everything. This past quarter
It's
was really,
amazing.
it really is. All right, so we're gonna go to the next page. And like I said, if you don't want to include this page, you don't feel comfortable, you don't feel like you have the right information, that's fine. All you have to do is open up here, find that page you want to delete, click the down button, and then hit delete, the little garbage can to delete it. You know, so if you're not comfortable with your numbers, don't feel like you know what you're talking about, that's fine. But if you like to include them, this would be great for your clients to see information on the market. You know, everybody wants to know what's going on, right? All right, we'll go to the next page. So this page, there's not really much to do. It's basically an article, and it just has your goals. What is the lowest offer you're willing to accept? How much time do you need to move out of the property? You know, just questions. Again, if you want to swap the picture out, you can. Just click on the picture, go to images and then company images, and just find some, you know, pictures that you like. Let me just pick one here. You know, this could be anything you want. I can swap this one out. You know, whatever you'd like. I'm going to undo that because I actually like the picture that was there, but it's very easy to make it custom for yourself. We're going to go to page 5. So stuff in the article, you can't, oh, you can change. Look at that. I didn't realize. So you actually can change some of the stuff in the article, can you? No, you can't. I'm sorry. You can change the text they give you for the articles. However, again, you could swap out your picture.
Yes,
So
you can. If you double click on it, you can delete it. Hit Control A.
Oh yeah, you're right. You're right.
Yep.
Because you can change this. Interesting. I thought it wasn't changeable, but it is. Okay, I got to fix how I spell properties now because I spelled it wrong. There we go. Yeah, you can change it. I thought that they weren't making that changeable, but I guess they are. Okay. So you can, over here again, come over here and go to My Assets under your pictures, swap out your picture. It literally takes 2 seconds, right? Put in your team name or your own name. Like I said, if you are an individual, you should probably put in your, at least on the beginning, your designation for your license. And if you want, it gives you a space here. You could put in, let's say it says seller wins year to date. I consider that to be, I would think, how many closings you had up to a year ago. So I'm just going to make up some numbers. I'm going to say seller wins, I'm going to say 25, and buyer wins, I'll say 20. So you can put in here if you'd like, you know, how many homes have you sold? I'm also going to change here the phone number. Oh, I forgot to hit save. Okay, so don't forget to hit save, otherwise it doesn't save. Do that again. All right, so I'm going to say again, 25 seller wins and 20 buyer wins. And now I'm going to hit save changes because if you don't save it, you see what happens. And then down here, we're just going to change the phone number out and the website. So I'm going to save changes. All right, so that's pretty much, that's all you had to do for this page. It looks good. We'll go to the next page. We're already up to page 6. All right, so again, here's another page that you can customize. So this one, it asks for your first name. You know, you could put in the team name if you have a team. They want your credentials. Honestly, you don't have to fill this in, but if you do have designations, you can add that in. This is where it would be a good place to put in, you know, whatever your certifications are, you know, and put that all in here. It's kind of like a mini biography. You, again, you know, there's a little text in here, but if you want to change that up and put what's special about you, you know, your value proposition, why people should choose you to work with. This is a good place to put it in. You can put in your years in business. If you've been in business for a long time, that's great. If you're in business for a year, you may not want to put that in. You can change this to be whatever you want. So you can change, instead of years in business, it can be whatever else you want, or you can totally delete it. So to delete it, you would just click on it, hit the garbage can, it's gone. Click on it, hit the garbage can, it's gone. It's like it never happened. I'm just going to put it back. You could put how many clients in total you served. I don't know, many people know that answer. How many repeat clients you have, you could put in here, and also how many clients you served in 2020. So if you have that information, that's great. Down here again, you would swap out your logo, which literally takes 2 seconds. I'm just gonna make it a little bigger. Down here, they have the Y4C2Ts, which is nice because everybody likes to see that. I'll swap out the picture again. You know, it's very easy to make all these changes. I'll go to the next page. Here's some success stories. So if you'd like, you can put in some client testimonials. If you don't have pictures, what I suggest you do, I mean, because you probably don't have pictures of your clients, right? Just take this out and we can copy the text boxes, and you could put 4 on a page if you'd like. So what we can do is just copy this. So to copy this, you click on the text box, and then I'm going to, up here, it says duplicate. So now I have a copy of that. I'm going to click on duplicate again. I made a copy. And then I'm just going to copy, you know, make duplicates of this as well. And you can put it down here under that. So if you want to add more testimonials, this would be a good place to do that as well. Okay. Unfortunately, they're not groups. You kind of have to do one at a time. But like I said, you only have to do it once a quarter, so it's not so bad. Okay, so you could go ahead and just make copies of everything here. Okay, or if you choose not to include it, if you're new and you don't have testimonials, that's fine too. Just leave that page out. You know, go in and delete it, and that's okay. And as you get them, then you can add them in for the following quarters. Okay, and you guys know now, let me just, the little quotes also we can copy. So I'm going to hit duplicate. There it is. It's kind of hard to grab. I didn't move it. There we go. Nope. Here we go. No, not doing it. It's kind of hard to grab it. There it is. And they can make them bigger as well. Okay. So you just go ahead and copy everything like that and make it look the same. Okay. So that's for that page. All right. Next page. Let's see what's on here. This one looks just like the article. Okay. Again, the picture, if you want to swap the picture out, you can. More of the articles, right? So again, you could swap these out. Another more article and picture. All right, so back here, if you'd like, you can put in some featured listings that you may have. I mean, in this market, things are going so quickly that, you know, it's, you know, by the time you send it out, you might have an offer on it. But, you know, if you have something that you'd like to feature, go ahead and put it in here. So all you'd have to do is if you go down here to KWLS, right, you can search for your listing. So I'm going to search for one of our listings. It didn't come up. Let me see. Here it is. So if you pick this listing, all the photos will come up. For some reason, the pictures are not coming up. Okay. Let me pick a different one.
The picture was down the bottom.
Was it? Okay, let me try it again. Let's do this one now. Here it is. Okay. All right, now the pictures are here. They loaded right in. Okay. So I'm just going to pick the picture that I want to replace, and I'm going to replace this little replace symbol. It kind of looks like the recycling symbol. It'll fit it right to the spot. You can go in and again, change the information. I'm just going to stretch it because now I put the city in. I'm going change all your information. So all the listing details, if you click on that, will show up. So you can see the price right in here, just in case you don't have to go back. Look, this one's $225. You can find the square footage, 613, you know, the little description in there. You can go in, you know, just copy from the MLS, whatever you want to put in. And if you want to make another copy of this page, so let's say you have a couple that you want to highlight in here, all you would have to do is go down here. When you get to that page, which is this one, click the little down thing and hit duplicate. So I just added another page of the same thing. So if you look at all the pages, there should be 2 of these. So there's another one right here. Okay. So if you have more than one featured listing, you can add another page. All right. So then at the bottom, make this bigger. All you'd have to do is, you know, change your information again. That's all you have to do. All right. Up to page 13 already. So we're getting close. Here are just some tips on how to increase their home value. So there's really nothing on this page that you could want to do. Again, more tips. So there's nothing to do on this page. This whole thing shouldn't take you more than a half hour. If you want, I mean, it's up to you. You could put in some more listings in here instead of doing those profile featured. I mean, if you have a lot of listings, you could put them in here and you could delete what you don't use. It's up to you. All right. So this is the closing, you know, so again, you'd swap out your picture. You know, put in your name. And then this says here, you know, ask an agent. So I guess they put in a sample question for you. What home improvements can boost my property value without burning a hole in my wallet? So they give you space here to answer the question. You can change the question. You know, you can delete the whole page altogether, really up to you. You just have to click the typewriter again, put in your answer. You can make this page whatever you want from there. All right, we're almost done. I think we have 2 more. All right, so this is about the app. So let's see. So in here, you would put your personal URL code, and I'll just show you quickly how you can find that. And you also would swap out the KW logo. So I'm going to do that first because that's easy. Just going to swap out the logo, make it a little bigger. And then in here, we're going to find our personal app download URL. So I'm going to open up another window in Command. And this time I'm going to go into Consumer at the bottom, Site and App Settings at the top right, and then URLs. So at the bottom here is where you can find your own personal app URL. Everyone's is going to be app.kw.com/, and then whatever your specific, you know, combination of letters and numbers are. So I'm going to copy. I'm going to come back to here. I'm going to click on what I want to change, which is insert your personal URL, click the typewriter. So now I'm just going to delete that and then paste my URL. I'm actually even going to take out the HTTPS. They don't need that. It just makes it shorter. Save the changes. So that fits perfectly. Okay. So now all I had to do on this page was change my app link and the logo. All right. One page left.
Where did you find that so quickly again?
Sure. I'll show you. I'll start from the beginning. You go to Consumer at the bottom.
Okay.
And then we're going to go on the top right, Site and App Settings.
Okay.
And then there's going to be a choice for URLs.
All right.
Okay, so it'll
Thank
be
you.
right here. Yep. So it'll just tell you what your domain is and your app. You just copy it and paste it right into that. All right.
Thank you.
Yep, no problem. I'm glad you asked. And there's last page. Oh, is this the same thing? Let's see. Yeah, just say stay in, search on. So I guess they're just trying to tell you to use it. So I'm just going to swap out again the logo, make it a little bigger. And that's it. So now I'm done with the magazine. So you have a couple of choices. If you would like to print it, what you would do is click download and you would get the PDF. That's the best thing to do for printing. I would pick high resolution print quality because you want it to look good and click start download. Again, you're going to pick all pages because you want the whole magazine. Start download and it'll pop up. It just takes a couple of minutes or seconds. Let's wait for it to open. And then not only can you print this, you also could email it. You could send this in an email to your sphere. And look how nice this looks.
Eileen, when we're printing, doing commercial printing similar to this, do we just have to put the Keller Williams tagline on the first logo and then not repeat it? Because I noticed you don't have any of the, and each office individually owned and operated at all.
You know what? That's a good question. I should ask Lori because you're right. It's not on here. And I don't know if it needs to be. I will check with Lori Burns about that. She's our compliance person. Yeah, maybe it should be on either the last page or the first page or something.
Yeah.
I will find out. All right. So another option that you have, which is that, okay, so you're going to see something on here. It's going to tell you that it's eligible to be printed. There's a new service now with, let me go back in here. There's a new service that they have with designs that you can have things printed. The problem is with a multi-page document, you have to download each page separately. Each print order will be one page. So you can't say, okay, can you print the whole thing for me? So your options really would be to bring it to like a Staples kind of place or a local place and ask them to print it out for you on nicer paper. Or if you have nicer paper, you can print it out yourself, and bind it or put it in a folder or, staple it or however you want to present it. You can mail it out or you can, again, send to your clients. Another way to share this would be if you see this share button, it actually gives you a link. So I'm going to copy this link. And if I paste this, I believe it opens it up kind of like a magazine. Let me see. Try that again. I thought that it opens it up. Let me try that again. To kind of like a magazine kind of thing where you could flip the pages. Let me try that again. Oh, I see. It's just this page. If you go to the project, it'll do all the pages. That's what I did wrong. Okay. If you click the project and then go to copy this link, try that. I believe. Oh, here it is. Okay. So now you can scroll through. Okay. So you also could email out or text people this link or post it on Facebook or Twitter or Instagram. And if you do this, they can kind of view the magazine this way. All right. But you just have to make sure when you do it, don't do what I did the first time. Make sure you pick the project. If you pick this design, it's only that page. If you pick the project, then you will get it so you can see all the pages. You also can post directly to Facebook from here or LinkedIn and Twitter if they're connected to your command, or the same thing would be just copying this. Another option is you can also download, which I don't know if you want to post one of the pictures or something onto Facebook or something like that. You could get the JPEG, which would be a photo image. So you would to start download, but it's only going to give you one page at a time if you do that. So again, I recommend either downloading as a PDF to get the whole file, or I like the share the project and you get where you can scroll through. Do you have any
Eileen,
questions?
I have to run. I'm sorry.
Okay, I'm done. Any questions?
Not right now. Thank
Okay,
you.
great. Thank you for joining me, Catherine. I appreciate it.
Okay. Bye,
Okay,
guys.
take care. Okay, anybody else have questions? It's pretty easy once you know how to do it, so, all right.
Pretty straightforward.
What? Yeah. All right, thanks, Maggie, for joining me today. Let me know if you have questions. All right, bye, Dan. Thank you.
Bye, Eileen.